To quote one of our great poets, a man by the name of LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback. The New York Yankees are somehow back in the second wild card spot. They have swept the Texas Rangers, and they have now, thanks today to the Blue Jays losing to the Rays, they are back in the second wild card spot. Inexplicably, I can't understand it. I don't know how this team that has struggled so much all of a sudden woke up here. And yes, it's the Rangers, so you should do that. But they couldn't do it against the Orioles, really. So why all of a sudden now they wake up? I don't know. But I guess we're catching the Yankees are now having a good streak, which will lead to an inevitable series loss against Boston. But I can't get too crazy about this. This was a great win here today for the Yankees. It was a gutsy win. It was a tough win. It took a nice comeback here after being down 3 runs. Kluber really didn't have it tonight. 4 1/3, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Definitely not what it was the last time Kluber pitched against the Rangers, where he had the no-hitter. Thankfully, the bullpen came through, and Peralta, Holmes, and Green, they all pitched 3 2/3, no hits at all. Holmes with 2 strikeouts. But it was the Yankees offense that really got things going here, really starting in the 5th when you had Higashioka hit an RBI double that scored Gio Urshela and Gleyber Torres. Then in the bottom of the 6th, another Yankee wild pitch run, which we have seen 100,000 times this year. I don't know why this team is so good scoring on wild pitches, but it has been the Yankees' most reliable player has been the wild pitch. So credit to the Yankees here for someone figuring it out. Then in the bottom of the 8th, the Yankees really got it going. First, Joey Gallo, a great double into left. Bloop double. He was able to run that out to second. Excellent job there. And then Gleyber Torres, a hit to the right field. Nice double down the line. That scored Gallo. He made it 4-3. And then after that, Gio hit an infield single. Torres with a great base running. Somehow he beat the tag and made it 5-3. And then Gary Sanchez. And, folks, I really don't know how to explain the Gary Sanchez phenomenon here. Look, I am still not going to sit there and say Gary Sanchez should not be back next year. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I'm still not ready to sit there and say that Gary Sanchez should get a job next year, because I know what's going to happen next year. We're going to give him if he continues to play well here, we're going to give him a contract, and he's going to be the same Gary Sanchez he's always been here. So I'm not going to sit there and go, wow, Gary, but I will give Gary credit. He has been really good here in the last few days. The home run here in the bottom of the 8th to make it 7-3 to really, end the game there, to really put the game away. Also, the getting Garcia out at second in the top of the 8th. Those were great plays there. So Gary's really been working here well here the last few days. Again, I'm not sold on him now, and I will never be sold on him. I've learned my lesson here with Gary. But it doesn't mean Gary doesn't have good stretches. And right now we are seeing a very, very good stretch from Gary. So I will give him all the credit in the world. But the Yankees get it done here, folks. They beat Texas. They sweep Texas. They're back in the second wild card spot. And now we get a huge series coming up. I mean, this is really the heart of the Yankee season. This is it. Everything that we have been, anticipating here, it all comes down to this. 3 games in Boston, 3 games in Toronto, and I think these are the first games that we're actually going to be in Toronto since the pandemic started. So these will actually be in Toronto, not in Florida. And then 3 games home against Tampa. And that's the season right there. You go 6-3 in that stretch, you're probably making the playoffs. Anything lower, and it's tough. And if you go under 500, it's over. So, a very, very interesting series that's going to come out here. Can the Yankees win 2 out of 3 against Boston? I really don't think so. I would love to be wrong, but it's... And, of course, it is also so big because now the Yankees are a game and a half back of Boston. So, you win... So, I'm doing the math here in my head. So, you sweep, and you get that first spot. You win 2 out of 3, you are now back a half game back. So, very, very big series here for the Yankees. If they want that second wild card spot, if they want home field in the wild card spot, which is really, I feel like, the only chance. I don't think they're going to go into Boston and win on the road, or whoever it is and win on the road. This is the chance. You want to prove that you can turn around, do it here. I'm still not sold because I've been burnt too many times, but this is now in the Yankees' court. It is now in your hands. This is what we've been waiting for all season long. You want to show us that you can do something? Do it. Right here, right now. So, credit to the Yankees for the win. Credit to this whole team. Credit to Gary Sanchez. Yes, credit to Gary Sanchez. The whole offense here for really delivering here in the 8th. And again, it's a bad team in the Rangers. It is not a very good team. But they beat a really bad team. That's what they had to do. And they did. So good job for them. And now we move on to Boston. We take on the Red Sox. 3 games. The 3 biggest games of the year. 3 games in Boston. Good luck, Yankees. Good luck. That's it for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back Friday to break down the first game of the series between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Take care and God bless.